Hey guys, it's Judy from Nutrition with Judy. Alright, I hope you guys have been having a good week. I just wanted to do a really quick Q&A about fasting versus feasting. So I know when a lot of us become fat adapted or we start hitting ketones, we start eating more high fat and low carb, and then all of a sudden our appetite is gone and we're like, oh my gosh, for the first time ever I don't feel this constant like wave of glucose and insulin and this hunger. I don't have to eat. And yes, what a way to lose weight. And the thing is, when we initially lose a lot of that water weight, we are like, oh my goodness, I am losing weight finally. And it's like the small wins beget small wins. And so when you initially lose all that water weight, it kind of sets the stage of, oh my gosh, I lost 10 pounds in 1 week. I want to lose another 10 pounds in the next week, right? And I just want to say, guys, like, it's super dangerous to do that, okay? So I understand if you're not hungry and so you're like, I'm not going to eat. I'd rather just not eat. I'm just going to listen to my body because my body's saying I'm not really hungry and so I shouldn't eat. But that is not saying then therefore eat 800 calories. Like, we cannot rationalize in a way that's like trying to starve ourselves, because guys, you will pay for it in the long run. I highly recommend that you at least consume, I don't know, like 1800 calories, 2000 a day. I don't really know what that means because I don't know how many calories are in a meat, but I mean, really, like, you need to consume anywhere from minimum of 1.25 pounds to 2 pounds a day, and with added healthy fats, because otherwise your body is going to start shutting down. And so let me just sort of paint the picture for you. If you only eat 800 calories a day because you're like, oh my gosh, I had some grass-fed ground beef, or I had some patties and I am stuffed, I like cannot eat anymore, and you say I should trust my body, so I'm going to trust my body because it's saying it's not hungry, so therefore I am not going to eat. Well, that is going to cause hormonal issues, adrenal fatigue, and endocrine disruptions. Just to kind of set the stage, so our bodies use a lot of our nutrients to create hormones. It uses a lot of the cholesterol that we consume to create healthy hormones. But if we don't have enough nutrients in our bodies, as in we don't eat enough calorically dense, nutrient dense foods, so let's say we only eat 800 but our body needs to sustain or function off 1500, so what is it going to do with that 700 calorie deficit? If you only consume 800 day in and day out every single day, your body's going to think, oh, I need to function and sustain off 800 calories. So then it's going to go through like the list of things it needs to function calorically and start turning things off, because it will prioritize what calories are needed to leave the lights on in your house, right? So I need to regulate blood sugar. I need to make sure that the brain is fully functioning, right? So all of these things that require calories will then take away any nutrients that may be for your hormones, right? So this is why when a lot of people undereat, their adrenals start feeling fatigued. Now, adrenals can be fatigued for many reasons. It could be like you're eating way too much sugar, and cortisol is a vitamin B stealer, and so it then causes a lot more taxation on your adrenals. And so you can get adrenal fatigue from just having too much sugar. You can have adrenal fatigue from a lot of stress, because again, cortisol is used to manage stress, and then it takes away a lot of the nutrients, and then over time your adrenals are like, oh my gosh, let me rest, right? So that is one way, but it can also be because of metabolic disruptions. So if your body is not getting enough calories, your body can be like, all right, I'm gonna have to shut the lights on hormones. So it will be like, okay, some of the cholesterol can't go to producing hormones and other neurotransmitters for happiness, right? So your body's going to start shutting down like your happiness, like your neurotransmitter function. So you might feel low mood. That's why you may feel low energy. You might start feeling super cold. You might have brittle nails, horrible skin. You might have like flaky skin and breaking out. You might have like hair falling out. And this is after fat adaptation, right? It's probably because you're not eating enough calories. And so these are all the signs. Your body will let you have less hair because you can still survive in a day without less hair. Your body can feel freezing all the time because, hey, you could still be cold and still make it through the day. So I really tell you guys that if you are going to eat in a day, you need to have enough sufficient calories or your body is going to slowly have hormonal disruptions and you will have all the issues of your endocrine system. And so I know a lot of people as they get older, they have hormonal disruptions and they're like, my endocrine system needs support, adrenal fatigue, so I'm going to take exogenous hormones. But I'm telling you guys this right now, that if you manage your food intake, eat nutrient-dense foods, manage your lifestyle, manage your stress, make sure you get enough sleep, you might not need to take those hormone replacement therapies, right? 100 years ago, where were our grandparents and great-grandparents taking hormonal medicines? I really think we just need to get back to the basics. And so if you want to eat less because you want to lose weight, then the alternative I give you is fasting. So if you extended fast, as in you don't eat anything in a day, it does not damage your metabolic rate. So it has been shown in studies that when you fast for over 24 hours, your metabolic rate will actually jump up a little bit. And so I think there's studies done that after 36 hours for women, and it's the similar time period for men is 18. And yes, I know that's not fair, but I guess that's the lot in life as women with hormones, right? Or more complicated hormones. But that's where your metabolic rate will actually upkick. So if your body over decades and decades of under eating now sustains off like 1,200 calories, and the minute you eat more than 200 calories more than that, you gain weight, well then the answer is probably you should extend it fast. So that is one way that you can upkick your metabolic rate again, so that you can start functioning at 1,600 or 1,800, and then you can actually lose weight again. I know there are some people out there in the carnivore movement that say eat a ton in the beginning, have your metabolic rate at 2,000, so gain that weight and then you could cut. But I think extended fasting is the easier way. It's a lot more healthier. You'll get the benefits of autophagy. You'll have your insulin like heal, and insulin sensitivity will actually improve while you fast. So with glucose, with just cutting out sugars and eating really healthy, intermittent fasting, your insulin can kind of quiet down, but it doesn't mean that it's working better. Whereas if you extended fast, your insulin will actually learn to work better. So you will become more insulin sensitive, which is what we kind of need, right? So then if one day we do eat sugar one day, your insulin will work properly. And the best way that it has shown to work is through extended fasting. And in terms of diet, again, if you are hitting a plateau and you want to lose weight, you want to increase your metabolic rate, the best way to do that is definitely not cut your calories and eat only like 800, 1,000, 1,200 a day, because you are going to, again, mess up your hormones and then also lower your metabolic rate where you have to sustain off 1,200. Instead, you should extend it fast. You should just fast through the day, eat nothing but water, salt. I mean, if you want to do coffee, but include your electrolytes. Increase your metabolic rate so you can function at a higher metabolic rate and be able to consume more and still be able to lose weight. So if you guys take away anything from this, please do not undereat. You can undereat maybe once a week, but not every day. If you consistently eat 1,000 calories, your body is going to think it needs to function off 1,000 calories, and it will cause a lot of issues. So fast longer if you need to, but on the days you're feasting, you need to definitely feast. And then on the other days you're fasting, definitely fast. Now, one thing I'll say before I go is some people struggle with disordered eating. So if this stuff causes any sort of disordered eating where when you're fasting, you notice it's kind of like a binge when you know that your 36-hour window is about to start. And so you're like, oh my God, I'm going to eat all, you kind of feel this anxiety and you're like, munch, munch, munch. Take a step back. Maybe you should fast less, right? So I always try to incorporate mental health with diet, and because it is not just one or the other, right? You can lose all the weight, be in maintenance, and then struggle with maintenance. So it is always about figuring out how you function, how you diet, and what is sustainable for the long term. So guys, I hope this has been helpful for you. Please don't undereat. You will be doing your body a disservice. If anything, you can extend it fast. All right, guys, you know what I say. Make sure to eat a lot of meat. You need to take care of your body because it is the only place you have to live. All right, guys, I will talk to you next time. Take care and have a good one. Bye, guys.